Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Taproom Success Show. We used to say podcast, but now it's on YouTube, so you can
Or a
watch us.
show, because you can watch us. That's
It's
right.
it's the Taproom Success Show. So I am Carrie Shumway, and joined as always by my good buddy Andrew Copeland. Andrew, how are you today?
Carrie, it's a beautiful fall day here in Virginia. We're starting to have cooler weather. It's been travel season for me as well, so I've got to bounce around too to experience fall. So all is well in the world of Andrew. Thanks for asking.
For those in the beer industry, it's conference season, right? Usually the summer is pretty quiet, and then the fall and winter picks up and into the spring. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking
I
forward
love
to hitting some
conference
of
season.
these.
I think everybody listening, you should too. I think it's really important to find at least one time you get to interact with your peers in person and learn together. I got to see Carrie in Virginia. Appreciate you coming to the Virginia Brewers Conference. So that was a good time for all my friends out in New Jersey. We're helping out with the New Jersey Brewers Conference in a few weeks. And I know in November, so many different states have conferences. So if your state has a conference and you haven't been yet, would definitely recommend you check it out. It's just good to talk to others in the industry, see what they're doing right, see what they're doing wrong, and see what you can take away.
You always learn something too. I mean, you go into these things thinking, I don't know, I've been doing this a long time. I'm not sure there's going to be much here. And then, I mean, I found Virginia fantastic. Like each of the seminars, the presentations, I was like, I learned a lot, took a lot of notes, and it just gives you a little bit. You get inspired all over again to fight the good fight.
I think the most important thing you said, well, you said a few important things. It's good to get inspired, but also take notes. I mean, you can watch all these sessions and no, that's really interesting, but the real thing is, what are you going to do at your business when you leave? So, whether you're at a conference, whether you're listening to this show, not podcast or podcast today, just write down or take notes on your phone of one thing that you want to do at your business, inspired from those conversations.
Yeah, we love doing that because it's like, we there's so much information out there. And you can kind of get overwhelmed or lost in it. But if you just drill it down to one thing that you can take, do it right away. It doesn't mean it's going to work, but here's an idea that sounds really cool. Give it a crack. But I think that is the key, right? It's taking that action. And the more we work in this stuff, it's like, we can talk about things we learned from other people just to, different tips and tactics and whatnot, but without like fundamental action or behavioral change. You got to change something in order to get a different result. So taking that information and, taking action is really the key.
Absolutely. And that brings us to what we want to talk about today. Just some little actions that can truly make a big difference. I mean, that's kind of been one of my taglines for years, the little things that make a big difference. But it's so true in your business, in the breweries that we have, in the tap rooms that we visit. And this is about an experience I had when we went to a place called Afterglow Brewing. It's one of my local breweries, very close to me in Norfolk, Virginia. And so it's a very family-friendly brewery. So my wife and my son always love going out there and playing in the backyard. So it's a great spot and it has that kind of vibe. But we were interacting with a server or bartender we hadn't really spent much time with, and the tap room was pretty slow when we got there. So we walked up to the bar, and I know I'm peeking at the beer menu, figuring out what I want. And in the meantime, my wife knew the sour she was ready to have. So she orders the sour, he brings it over, and that was fine. But the part that really made a difference was the bartender looked at her and said, "Would you like a sticker to put on your water bottle?" She had a water bottle right there on the counter. And first off, who doesn't want a free sticker, Carrie? Right?
We love
I
stickers.
mean, that's one thing. He could have said, "Do you want a free sticker?" Okay, that's cool. I'll put it in my pocket, throw it on my desk. It kind of gets lost. But he said, "Do you want a sticker for your water bottle?" And, a lot of us try to hydrate the best we can, especially when we're at conferences. So putting a sticker on a water bottle, something you carry around all over the place, other people are going to see. It's turning just a casual fan into a walking billboard for your business. And I thought it was such a smart way to say it. I don't know if it was something he'd used before. I hope so. I hope he continues to do it. But it was just a little way that you can get your brand out there because who doesn't want a free sticker, right?
Right. And it doesn't, obviously doesn't cost much, but to all your points there, it's great. Like the guest wants it. Obviously, your wife was like excited for it, and who wouldn't be? But it's that little marketing piece that the more you can kind of get it out there. But I think the real point you're making is that connection, right? It's how do you turn a casual guest into somebody that's a super fan? And the overarching theme for today is the little things make a huge difference, and it's trying to figure out, what are those little things, and how can you train your staff in those sort of repeatable behaviors that are going to be great for the guest and ultimately, great for your tap room.
Yeah, and looking at, what you can do in these brief moments to kind of create that memorable experience, I definitely would suggest offering the sticker. You're going to sell it for $1 or you're going to give it to someone and have them walk around with it. But, ask them, have you been here before? Little things like that. If they haven't, well, maybe start with the flight. Of course, Carrie, we're going to throw in the flight mention there. Or tell them the story of your brewery. Teach them something about their beers they're doing. People come to feel this human connection. So make them feel appreciated. And another experience I had just the other day, I was in Atlanta, Georgia with a couple friends, and we went to this spot, had a morning brunch. As soon as we walked in, the hostess said, "Hey, how's your day going?" As she walked us to the table, "Had you been here before?" They were using those quick 20 seconds to just get a little information and kind of learn more about have we been there before, what they can do to maximize that experience. And as we were there, we were sitting at a table not too far from the exit. Every time she walked by, she was having a conversation with the people they were walking to the table. And every time someone left, "Thank you for coming." Two little actions, but that initial greeting and that final thank you, they mean a lot. But I'd like to shift the focus what I'm talking about right now. Those are those actions you can do that are more so in conversation. But now I want to talk about 5 specific ways that you can turn your guests into super fans.
Whoa, I
So
didn't know
first
we were
off,
going to get 5 specific
we're going
ways.
to give you 5, and you've
Let,
already gotten one.
let
You've
me
already
get,
gotten
hold up.
one,
I'm going to take some notes now. Go ahead.
and you might get a story out of one of these as well.
Oh,
So the first thing I would recommend everybody do here today, try that free sticker approach that Afterglow did. It's an obvious start, but it's a really smooth move. And make sure you say, "Can I give you a sticker for your water bottle?" If you're kind of looking at that. Obviously, if the person doesn't have a water bottle, maybe it won't work. But I think a lot of people do you carry a water bottle around?
yeah, all the time. I got multiple water bottles because I'm constantly losing them. So I need
Oh yeah,
multiple.
I mean, a lot of people carry water bottles around these days. So offer to put it on their water bottle if they have something else that they would like to put it on. Maybe offer that too. I
The
don't know what that
laptop.
is,
You put it
but
on the laptop.
put it on the laptop. There you go. If someone's coming to your brewery to work, would you like a sticker for your laptop? I will say I don't put stickers on my laptop, Carrie, so I don't know if I'd say yes. But the
People
water
can
bottle, I
change.
think, is an easy yes for someone. So, Carrie, you're gonna like this one because it's kind of old school. If you have a customer, mug club member, regular that comes all the time, how about writing them a small handwritten note?
Oh,
A little note saying, "Hey, we appreciate you coming to our place. Here's a little thank you for always showing up." And
isn't that a
maybe
great
include
idea? I love that. That's so
and
cool.
maybe include a sticker in it as well.
And a
So
sticker. Okay.
so Stacy and I, my wife, we recently celebrated our anniversary, and we went out to a dinner to one of our favorite places. And when we got there, there was a happy anniversary card on the table. And I'm like, "Oh
Wow.
my gosh, that's such a nice little touch." So it might seem silly, but if I received a thank you card going to a place and you did too, thanking you for just always supporting our business, it would mean something to me. And I
Yeah.
would tell other people that, "Oh my gosh, like this brewery did the sweetest thing." So try something a little old school there. Another thing that you can do if you have those regulars or people who you just recognize, remember their name. "Hey Carrie, thanks for coming." Or, "Hey Carrie, it's great to see you again." Remember the name or remember their favorite beer. "I know you really like that lager we have." "Well, Carrie, we've got it back." People appreciate when you can recall some of their favorites, and they can really, really enjoy when you know their name. Everybody likes to be called by their name. So we got free stickers, thank you cards, remember their name. And here's another one. Give those people coming to your place special access or a look behind the scenes. Maybe, "Hey, do you want to check out the brew house?" And recently we went to Atlantucky Brewing in Atlanta while I was there, and that's exactly what the bartender did. It's like, "Hey, would you like a quick tour of the back of the house?" Of course, because we've got our beer. We're going to be there anyways. If we can see something cool, sure, we want to see it. And it makes you feel special when you get to kind of go behind the curtain. And I think that's a neat thing to do. But also, maybe the brewer comes out and says, "Hey, I'm so and so. I made this beer. Do you have any questions about it?" Or they tell the story. Make people feel special. Of course, all of these options won't work for everyone, but pick from the list of 5 and see what's best for you. Now, here's another one that I think's a lot of fun. Often we go to breweries in groups. And Carrie, we don't have enough pictures together. We've got a few over the years, but what if the bartender said, "Hey, it looks like you're having a good time. Would you like me to take your picture in front of the brewery logo right there?" Right? I'm going to take it. Carrie, I don't know if you know how to use social media, but you could post it on social media if someone taught you. But that's something someone can Instagram, they can put it, on their Facebook, and they can see, how much fun you were having at that location. And, I'll give a shout out to one because I don't do much myself on social media, Facebook at least, like outside of the crappy professionals community. But a couple years ago, we hosted an event at Rising Tide Brewing in Maine. It was a great time. My family came up for it. And we took a picture with this awesome mural of Rising Tide in the background. And it's my Facebook picture background thing to this day. So, and everybody sees it. Oh, Rising Tide Brewing. So these are little things you can do to market your brewery in a big way. And they might not all work for you, but think about which one could. Whether you're giving a free sticker, try that thank you card. And if I come to your brewery and you give me a thank you card, I'm probably going to buy beer to go too because it just makes me feel like I need something and it feels extra special. Remember people's names, maybe their favorite beer. Give someone special access, whether it's a conversation with your brewer or a look behind the scenes, or just take their picture. And all of these things, they don't take work. There's something you can do immediately after listening to this show.
The key on the picture, though, as I've learned, is you have to do the point 0.5 setting. Apparently, this is a thing. Point 0.5 setting. I don't know if you knew that. You,
I didn't, and I didn't expect, photo, advice from you today, but I'm going to remember that next time I take a picture.
but I love these ideas because they're it's keeping the theme of today. The little things make a huge difference. How do you turn your guests into super fans? You've just outlined 5 ways to do it. And the best part is that none of these really cost any money or barely much time. It's just a little bit of awareness and, a little bit of training for your staff to, and the selfie thing is like everybody's doing it. So why not like incorporate that into, and I loved how you say, yeah, get in front of the logo because now it checks a whole bunch of boxes. It's a picture they'll, be able to treasure maybe for it could be for 5 seconds or it could be for, become their new Facebook photo. Um, but it's something that they wanted anyway, using the point 0.5, and then it's a great marketing thing. I love the note card. I think that's a really great way to make a connection because these are the days of text. Like I just had a birthday recently, which is very nice, and the texts are all very nice, but it's like the handwritten note. I mean, that's just a whole different level. So to your point, to an anniversary, these are special moments, for your families, and to have the brewery, kind of acknowledge that, just kind of again takes that guest into a fan of your place.
And maybe you have pre-written thank you notes behind the bar already, and you can just customize when the regular comes in. So you
Yeah.
can make it super easy for yourself.
Yeah, people, it doesn't, yeah, exactly. I mean, the authenticity, it's still genuine. Yeah, you don't have to literally sit there and write it out, but I think it's just the thought, right? The thought of it, the acknowledgement of it. So, yeah, these are all really. Oh, the other thing I was going to say too is, I love the special access because one of the things that I'm personally concerned about, I don't know if you are, is so as our industry evolves, as tap rooms become, hey, we're not just competing with other breweries, we're competing with every form of entertainment. Agreed that we don't become every other form of entertainment, that we maintain our roots. We're taproom breweries. People are coming here because, they want a great experience, but they want to know what it's like. There's still some coolness around. I want to see that's the brewer. Awesome. How did you come up with this? That's your this you're going to show me the brew house. That's fantastic. I mean, it doesn't I don't find it personally that it's happening enough. I think we've gotten away from the things that maybe was part of the ethos, what made it special. And now, yeah, sure, we have to focus on events and all of the things. But let's not forget, kind of the core of what makes breweries and tap rooms so cool. And combining it with your idea of special access, just making people feel special and connected to that place. So that's my rant on your five
I
things.
like your rant. Once again, the little things that make a big difference, my friend.
They're awesome. They're awesome. Well, thank you guys for indulging on my rant and obviously hopefully taking notes on Andrew's top 5. So if you would like to join the conversation at Taproom Success, Andrew and I every month we do our mastermind meetings with all of our other taproom owners and managers. It's a great way to share ideas, best practices, connect with your peers. We do a monthly expert where we bring someone in on the beer industry to talk about timely, relevant, and hopefully profitable ideas for your taproom. So if you'd like to join us, you can learn more at taproomsuccess.com.
And everybody, we hope to see you soon where we can talk about, what's working at other breweries, what you can learn. There's always these little takeaways I get from the monthly mastermind. So we hope to see you soon. Cheers.